I almost missed my hands.
Oh!
I went. God. Okay. Yeah, just
Be like a ninja from like Naruto.
Yeah, just like
Shout out clone jutsu. I haven't watched that much from Naruto. I only got up to
I didn't either.
I got up to the Sasuke Gaara fight of the Chunin exams. So I gotta say is Shikamaru really out here being that guy.
That dude.
He's being him. He just, he lost to Tamari because he said, I'm tired. I'm done. He didn't win.
Anything.
Dude, you literally had her about to die. Like, you literally could have killed her. And then she went. And then as we know through Shippuden and Boruto, she went, that's so hot. Oh my god. So, Right. Shikamaru marries Tamari.
Right?
I think.
Right? I don't know. I only watched Naruto because I wanted to impress a boy.
I only watched Naruto because it was an anime and Dayton went, you never watched that? Here, no, you have to watch at least through the Chunin exams. And I went
yeah, the boy I was trying to impress was a church camp boy. Yeah, so you probably know that boy.
Oh my god. Probably. Yes, it was Shikamaru and Tamari. He literally had her, could have killed her, and then said, I'm done, actually, I'm tired. She went, oh my god, that's so hot. And now they're together, so,
Good for them.
Yeah. God, church camp boy.
What's
up with church camp boys? Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. I'm going to keep literally all of this in. Anyway, welcome to the Whimsical Yapcast. I'm your host, Joy.
And I'm Lysa.
And this is the show where we talk about things that make us happy. Totally that we haven't been recording for 20 minutes and Lysa forgot to unmute her mic.
I didn't realize it was muted. I happened to look over and go, why is that gray? That's so weird. Girl.
So, anyway, what's church camp boy? Yeah. Yeah, what about it?
I definitely had a couple church camp boys. They were, mainly one, and it was so funny because it was after church camp. Like, we were counseling church camp by the time that he became my church camp boy. And I was very into him, and he was very into, like, this would be a long-distance relationship, and I have been burned too many times by long-distance relationships. And I was like, but why not try it out on me, though?
But on a me?
It was very, looking back on it, embarrassing. But... it didn't work out, and that's probably for the best.
Yeah, now you have a sick husband,
Yeah, I have a sick husband.
Exactly. I was thinking about that, like, not your church camp boy, but my church camp boy the other day. Because, first of all, pause. Lawrence and I are really into the Hunger Games again.
Okay. Yeah.
So we finally watched Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I've seen bits of that movie.
The dude who plays Coriolanus Snow, right? He looks exactly like that church camp boy that I was into. Exactly like him. And I was like,
I get it.
Like, shocked. Like, I kept looking at him, and honestly, has the same anger issues too. I was just like looking at it. I was like, huh.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because they're both white guys, but
white guys with blonde hair.
White guys with blonde hair. Yeah, I don't know.
What's up with white guys with blonde hair?
What's up? What's up with that?
What's up with that? the concept of white guy with
blonde hair.
Some of that.
But yeah, Lawrence and I are rewatching a lot of the Hunger Games stuff just because we're kind of into it again, and Lawrence really likes Josh Hutcherson. So
I know that one book came out, and that's like all I know.
The new book with Haymitch.
Yeah, the purple one. Yeah. Because one of my college roommate has been obsessed with it, kind of. At least posting about it on TikTok a lot. So
I know that Daisy like couldn't put it down, like read it in 2 days, and I was like, wow. So is that good? Huh?
I have a difficult time reading nowadays. Like nothing captures me like it did when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I couldn't put down Maximum Ride, and now like looking at the synopsis, I'm like, why?
Exactly.
So...
Me with Magic Treehouse for real.
Magic Treehouse is like okay. They're like interesting.
Yeah,
Dragons,
some of them are great.
Dragons at Dawn or whatever. Like those were okay.
Yeah.
Goosebumps, goated series.
Yeah.
Loved
I never
Goosebumps.
read them because I don't like scary things. But
the book Say Cheese and Die, the adaptation for it in the Goosebumps TV series stars Ryan Gosling. Like teenage Ryan Gosling. So, you know, Goosebumps kind of made him. It's fine. I was a Goosebumps kid. I also 6th grade was the year of the Twilight. So Breaking Dawn came out that year for me. So I remember getting a friend very mad at me because she was reading Eclipse and I was already on Breaking Dawn. And I was reading it, and the part where Jacob imprints on Renesmee, she said, my friend told me, don't tell me any spoilers. And I said, I won't tell you anything. And then I held up the book where Bella says, you imprinted on my daughter? And I held it up and I said, read that. And she went, Lysa! Like, she was angry, big mad at me. And I was like, so.
That's really funny. I like that. I like that a lot.
I was a big Twilight girly. I had Jacob posters. I had Edward posters. I had every poster that you could get from a Tiger Beat magazine on my wall. It was that and Fall Out Boy, and that was 6th grade, baby.
That's still so funny. Boy, but... I love that. No, like, I just literally for my birthday this year, I just watched Twilight. So, like, it was my first time ever watching it. I'm like, why were people obsessed with this? Like, I'm like, this is so silly. But I bet if I was a teenager, I would have been like, this is so hot. This is peak cinema. Like, I feel like I would have been like that too.
No, I remember by the time the Eclipse movie came out, I was going to hate watch it. Like, I was going to make fun of it in the theater.
Nice.
But the first movie, my dad took me to see it. Because he knew I wanted to see it. So we went and we watched it and I loved it. And I was like, it was so good. And my dad was like, it was a chick flick. And I was like, that is not a chick flick.
It is cinema, Dad.
Yeah, it was a chick flick, girly pop. It's fine. It's okay.
Still am.
Yeah.
One of my, like, me and my mom's favorite movies is The Holiday.
Oh my gosh. That's such a good movie. Jack Black.
Jack Black in that movie is really good. I'm not about Jack Black now, but like Jack Black in that movie, really good.
Jack Black in that movie. Jack Black in specifically like the era of like late 90s, early 2000s, because like Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, Jack Black, pretty good. And School of Rock, Jack Black. Really good.
Just
really
like good. Around the time when Kung Fu Panda came out, I feel like Jack Black was like everywhere, And now suddenly he's everywhere again, even though he said he retired from acting. And I'm like, I don't want to see you anymore. Jack Black, can you?
Yeah, I don't know.
You said you were tired. Get out of here.
He's Steve in the Minecraft movie.
Yeah, Flint and Steel.
I want to go see that just because what? You know?
I'm definitely going to pirate it. That's my goal. Is that I'm going to pirate that movie.
If it's on a streaming service that I have when it comes to streaming, I'll probably watch it, but I'm probably not going to go see it in theaters.
I don't think I'm going to do that either. Apparently it's a musical. What? Yeah. I found that out a couple days ago. Like, I think literally on Sunday, I found that out. That it is a musical.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not,
so
right?
We'll
Why
have
not?
streamer Jason Momoa singing songs.
You know,
yeah.
He's doing what he wants.
Honestly,
he's taking the roles he wants.
All I want from the Minecraft movie is just to talk about the fact that Minecraft streamers are majority not great people.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Because, like, if they're gonna target it to be a live action audience, which is older people, quote unquote, then they better have that joke in the movie.
There's one of my favorite jokes on the internet right now is that everybody from the Dream SMP turned out to be creeps except for J-Slot. Yeah, and like Tommy and It. And yeah, like, it's like the child. The actual actual child and the like Minecraft terrorist are the two that turn out to like be okay people. Yeah. Well, I assume he's a Minecraft terrorist. I didn't watch the Dream SMP. That's just the vibes that I've gotten from people who did watch the Dream SMP was that his character was like, I'm gonna burn your cities to the ground and I'm gonna laugh over your corpse. So you burned my house to the ground. Why? That's him laughing over the corpse. So yeah, I think that's hilarious. I think that's the funniest thing. Yeah, I agree. Honestly, as a J-Schlatt fan, I think that's hilarious. Yeah, I know that Z was into it for a while, and Z was like keeping me up with like the lore and stuff. But like to me, there was just like so much lore already that like I couldn't fathom getting into it. And then like the fact that like you have to watch multiple people's streams in order to understand the lore, and that to me just sounded way too stressful. Yeah, it's too much. I know people got into it during pandemic, and I wonder if it's because they had all the time. Yeah. So like all the time to like watch every single one of these streams and keep all this lore, and like people are still making lore like on like Twitter and TikTok, and like you have to be so chronically online in order to like keep up with it, you know? I touch grass a little too much for that. So I like to go walk outside with my cat. Yeah. He sits in his little stroller and he's so cute. He's so cute. He loves it so much. We got it as a present for his birthday. We realized we didn't initially get it as a present for his birthday, but we realized that it ended up being a present for his birthday because his birthday is at the end of October. So accidental birthday. Happy birthday, Dirk. You get a stroller and it's pink so that I can walk him. Yay, I love that. We also got it for Felicia too, but Felicia kind of is wary still about it, and it's been like I think a couple years, like 2 years at this point that we've had this stroller, but yeah. Oh, they're so cute. I'm not saying that everybody should get a stroller for their cats, but if your cat really wants to go outside, you should get a stroller for your cat. Kenshi had to deal with ear mites, and so Dayton has forbidden me from attempting to take her outside. So what if stroller? Yeah, exactly. What if she has an enclosed space? Exactly. To go outside and then you could walk with Kench, and it'll be a good time. That. I don't know how good it would be for her, but you know.
Well, we've been taking like Felicia like up and down the hallways here, so
yeah.
she's getting there.
Kenshi is a very prissy princess, and if things aren't going exactly the way that she wants them to, she will make it very well known by biting you and smacking you and being generally mean to you that she does not like what is happening.
Oh.
So
what a prissy baby.
If you try to make sure that she's actually using the bathroom in her litter box instead of on the carpet randomly, she will get mad. She'll like go in her litter box and do what she needs to and scratch around in there, and then she'll come back out and start like swiping at you when you try to pet her.
Girl.
Like, girl, I'm just trying to make sure that you're being a polite madame.
Exactly. If you want to act like a princess, you gotta play the part too. I gotta sneeze.
Exactly. She doesn't get it. It's fine. Do it. Sneeze. Do it.
It's gone.
You lost it.
It's gone.
Why is she looking for it too?
Yeah. No. Okay. So genuinely, Lawrence does that when he sneezes. This is exactly how he looks. He goes.
He's trying to find it.
He's trying to find it. And he's like.
That's. I hate it when it's like a tickle in your nose. They're like, oh, I'm gonna sneeze, and then it just keeps like going away, coming back, going away, going back. I'm like,
I have a feeling that's gonna happen to me right now, currently.
Yeah.
Speaking of allergies, my allergies have never okay, so whenever I moved, right, about almost 3-ish years ago at this point, I think almost 4 actually. I don't know how many.
Something like that.
I think it's like 3 years ago. Yeah, so whenever I moved originally, my allergies did not mess with me at all. Something about the mountain air cleared them. It was like, you're no longer in Oklahoma where everything there you're allergic to. No. You're no longer there. It's fine. To come to the warm embrace of the mountains, it's fine. Or the cold embrace, I should say.
Yeah,
but
it's freezing.
So my allergies didn't bother me until literally this year. As soon as it turned March 2nd after my birthday, I'm like, well, if I can't breathe anymore, I turned 24 and suddenly I can't breathe.
Yeah, breathing is a privilege you only get before 24. Once you hit 24, you just can't anymore.
Oh, why didn't you tell me about that then?
I should have warned you about that. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think about it.
You can only breathe once you before 24. You can't breathe if you're 24 and over.
Yeah. Dayton stopped being able to breathe the moment he turned 24. So, and he's, turning 26 this year. I had to think for a second. Dayton doesn't even know his own age. Dayton does not know his own age. Anytime somebody asks him his age, he knows his birthday, but whenever somebody asks him his age, if I'm around, he's like, I don't know, and looks at me, and I have to do the math for him. I'm like, dude, 99. Just take 99. The year, add 1.
And just add 1. That's what I do with mine.
If it's past September.
That's what I do with mine, because mine is 2001, so I just take the minus a year from it.
Yep.
That's how I know how old I am.
If it's past September, because Dayton's birthday is in September. So, September 99. So if it's September 99, then, or if it's September, then he's, +1. But if it's not, then it's
just the year.
The same. So he's currently 25.
Nice.
So
how convenient.
I had to think about that for a second, but
how convenient
that is the way that it works.
I'm jealous of those babies,
Yeah. I always have to just remember how many birthdays I've had, because I was born in 97, so I'm currently 28, and I just have to remember that.
Yeah.
I add 3 to the year, which is my brain doesn't until unless it's a 5 or a 0.
Lawrence turns 30 this year.
If it's a 7, then I know that it's a 0. So.
Oh, that's
nice. On my age. Because when in 2007, I turned 10. And I remember that because it was the centennial for Oklahoma becoming a state.
That was, wait, I do, okay. that was one of the only years that I went to the state fair, and that I had a good time at the state fair because my dad let me ride the rides at the state fair.
Oh, I didn't go to the state fair that year. I think I only started going to the state fair after I moved to Oklahoma City because it was right there.
Yeah. What else is there to do in Oklahoma City? So
Oklahoma City is a whole city. There's like actual stuff to do. When you live in like the podunk tiny little towns, that's when it's like, I don't know, just like in high school, I lived right outside of the town that has Oklahoma State College.
Yeah.
And so that was like our weekend plans. As soon as one of us in our friend group got our license, it was essentially just like, okay, what are we going to do? I don't know. Let's just go to Stillwater. There's more to do in Stillwater than there is
let's just
here.
Go hang out there.
Yeah. So like, it's just like, there's nothing to do in the tiny towns. Oklahoma City actually was like, oh yeah, we can like walk around the mall, or we can like go to one of the 50 libraries in the city or whatever. And then in like the entire month of September, you have the state fair.
Yeah. And you just have a good time at the state fair. Go look at some cows. Great.
Eat some Indian tacos.
Yeah.
Love an Indian taco. Oh my God, I love an Indian taco.
You should come visit me so you can come get one.
There's the best thing about Dayton being native is that we can get all of the fry bread all of the time.
All of the time.
All of the time. Just go, hey, literally anybody in the tribe that we know, fry bread? And they're like,
fry
I got
bread?
you here.
They're like, don't worry. And they bring like a styrofoam like thing to you. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're like covered in tinfoil.
Yeah.
So. Yep. Like a tortilla, but like not. It's fry bread.
Fry bread's great. I guess for people who like explain it who don't know what fry bread is.
For people who don't know what fry bread is, it is a native fix in a bread. I believe it's like made almost like regular bread, but instead of baking it, you fry it. As far as I know, that's the way it is.
I think that's
They sell fry bread mix that's like just add the wet ingredients, mix it up, fry it up, done. So,
I think it's like made the same as like a focaccia kind of vibes.
Focaccia's still baked.
Yeah, but like a focaccia but fried.
But like, yeah.
I think it's like the same.
All I know is that if you go to like a native trading post, they probably will have little like bags that say fry bread mix, and it'll just be like add the wet ingredients and then follow the directions on the package. And Oklahoma being like the capital for like 4 different tribes, at least 3.
Because isn't Anadarko like the big capital for a lot of the tribes? Or it used to be?
I don't remember. I don't remember exactly where the capital for the Comanche is, but I'm fairly certain that the Comanche offices are in Lawton, Oklahoma. I could be wrong. I think the Cherokee offices are in OKC, and I know the Osage offices are in Osage County, which is up by Tulsa.
It does say that the Comanche Nation's main headquarters is 9 miles north of Lawton, Oklahoma. And I do remember seeing it. Now that like you're talking about it, I do remember seeing it.
Because that county is Comanche County.
Yeah.
Like they named the counties pretty much after the tribe that lives there.
And
there's also like, if you drive around Oklahoma, there is very much like you're entering this tribe's nation. So like Sac and Fox has all of their like signs up on the roads when you enter the Sac and Fox Nation. Because I'm pretty sure where I went to high school is within Sac and Fox Nation bounds.
So Anadarko is self-titled as the Indian capital of the nation.
Okay.
So they self-titled themselves that.
They're like, we are.
It is home to museums that recognize famous American Indians in the National Hall of Fame and honors several tribes and early settlers of Caddo County area. So,
I think it's interesting being a like absolute total white girl
Yeah.
growing up in like the cultural center of Native culture.
Yeah. I feel that way too.
So
As a
Yeah.
real talk moment, as a child, I used to be so jealous of not only my classmates but my like cousins who were Native because they had the chance to be an Indian princess and I did not.
Yeah. No, that was the big thing when you were in like 3rd grade. Everyone was like, "Yeah, I'm a Cherokee princess."
And I'm like, I
like-
want to be a princess.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's like, I'm just German.
I'm just
Irish.
I'm just a girl, you know.
Exactly.
I'm just a
So.
girl in the world.
That was very interesting. It's an experience. But it's also really cool because like all of the museums and stuff are like cowboys and natives.
Mhm.
So like and then they're like native run museums because
Yeah.
this is where like a bunch of the tribes live and a bunch of people from tribes live. So they're like, yeah, of course we're going to run it. We're going to tell people our actual history
Yeah.
and stuff.
I think that's what I like so much about it is that like as a child, I feel like I didn't have to like go very far in order to like, you know, learn like history that we weren't being taught. Especially in America and with how like censored our history is, especially now. But I feel like privilege wise in Oklahoma, it's a lot easier to get that sort of like native information about like, you know, First Peoples and stuff like that. So
yeah, like the National Cowboy Museum has so many installations that are just like native culture. They had a while ago they had an installation that was even like Pacific Northwest native culture and like art and stuff from that along
Cool.
with all this like stuff that's local.
mhm.
It's really neat. It's really cool. They have a map on the wall in one of the rooms that's like, this is the original land of the tribes before they got moved.
Mhm.
And I thought that was really neat.
I love like I don't know. Museums are so cool. Guys, you should go to a museum.
I love museums. Oh my gosh. Museums are one of my favorite things. That's Dayton had a membership to the Cowboy Museum, and so we would always go there like all the time.
Heck
Whenever
yeah.
we were just like, I don't know, what do we want to do? Cowboy Museum.
Cowboy Museum.
There,
I still have yet to go, but my plan is was the next times that I'm in Oklahoma is to go. But the next time that I'm in Oklahoma, we're going to the Omniplex. The Science Museum.
That's the science. They posted a TikTok. I think maybe
They
you sent it
did?
to me. Maybe Carlos sent it to me. Our friend Carlos. They posted a TikTok that was like, when you rebranded to the Science Museum in 2007, but everyone still calls you the Omniplex.
You're the Omniplex. I don't
Exactly, it's the Omniplex.
like as long as I've been like able to go to the Omniplex, it's not been the Omniplex, but my parents still called it that. So
Yep. It is so cool. The Science Museum of Oklahoma is one of the coolest places in my opinion. They have
I agree.
a Archimedes corkscrew slide in the like children's area.
yeah.
So cool. Giant light bright and giant battleship.
I think it's like one of the coolest places like that I've ever been to.
They really lean into like hands-on learning
Mhm.
of science. It's really cool.
I think that's why I liked it so much. Is that it's like even like as I grew older, I like started to like really appreciate the whole like hands-on part of it, because a lot of like children's museums and stuff, like they have like all of that like hands-on stuff, right? But like as a neurodivergent girly, I don't get that like sense of learning, I have to be tactile a lot of the time. Or like just to like while I'm at zoos and I'm reading about stuff, I have to put my finger on the thing and like do this to like understand what I'm reading. So, you know, I guess because we went to the Natural History Museum in Denver, and it was a good time. I liked it. It was a cool experience. But I think it pales in comparison to the Science Museum in Oklahoma.
The space portion of it is so cool to me because it has the coil that's like hot on one side and cold on the other, and you touch it and it's like the sensory feel of like the hot versus the cold, and how it doesn't feel that different, but you can kind of still feel like, I don't know, all that stuff. And the little games it has to teach you like about zero gravity. That's neat. They have an exercise science section.
Oh my gosh, is that the one with like all of the Olympian stuff in it?
Yes. And like feats of strength.
Yes, there is a section like there is a thing in that section that is like this long like track thing, and there's like a pad on the wall that like stops the timer if you run into it. So you start a timer and then you start running, and then you run into the wall and it stops the timer. Me and my friends would do that constantly. Like anytime that we were there, we're like, you know what? Everybody get in line. We're going to do this like 5 times.
You sensory seeking.
We got to run into walls.
No, I also really liked the they have a Tesla coil there, and I love I can stare at the Tesla coil all day long. But they also have one of those things that's the like flash walls, whatever, where you stand in front of it and make a pose, and then it flashes, and then you can turn around and see your pose on the wall.
I love those things.
They got those. Their like light section is really cool. Just like they have such interesting things. That was I was in a sorority in college, and my sorority little just as neurodivergent as me, and loves Science Museum, and that's one thing that we really had in common. And so I was like, that's where we're gonna go on our reveal thing. So for our big little reveal, we went there. We did the Science Museum. They have a like tornado winds simulator that we took a video of us
for Oklahoma,
standing in there. Yeah. We took a video of us standing in there and getting our hair blown around. They have that hall of mirrors. They have they have a little thing that has the weather. And you can be the weather person.
I love that section so much.
It's so fun.
God.
It's so
As a girl who grew up in Oklahoma watching David Payne all of her life, I love being okay.
Okay. For the uninitiated, whatever. Oklahoma, we get trauma bonded to our weathermen because of all of the tornado activity in the area. And you will choose your news station, you will choose your weatherman, and that will be your weatherman for life.
You'll never trust anybody else in your life.
Yep. I know the Tulsa area loves Travis Meyer. We love Travis Meyer here. But Oklahoma City has a guy named David Payne, and his nickname is Panic Payne because that man freaks out at every little thing that happens.
But he's so safe about
his jacket.
He's so safe about it, though. You know, like the moment that like things start popping up, like he's just I love David Payne.
We had a time, I remember, that there was a tornado watch happening, and the sirens had not gone off yet, but we were in an area that was going to have the sirens go off. It was, I think, 15 minutes before the sirens went off, and we had to go into the basement.
Yeah.
One of our roommates had the weather on, had on Panic Payne, and he was making them so freaked out while we were sitting there going, this street never gets touched by tornadoes. We are going to be fine. It's gonna be okay. But this roommate, they were just sitting there being like, I don't know, man. We gotta get in the basement, and how are we gonna get all the animals down there, and all the stuff. And we were like, it's okay.
It's okay.
He just is freaking out because he always does.
Yeah. I mean, that's what keeps people safe, though, is like his call outs for even like the National Weather Service, which is so nice.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Travis
that.
Meyer is the Tulsa area guy, though. Everybody in the Tulsa area love Travis Meyer. He's our man, and he's just like real chill about it. Right.
Love that.
That's yeah. So yeah, you get trauma bonded to your weatherman.
And the thing is like, you, like, even after you move, like I did, like, you can't, I don't trust any other weather but like words from David Payne. So like having being a whole state away from David Payne is hard.
You're like, how will I know what the weather is gonna be?
How will I know, like, if like there's a storm system coming? How will I know? David Payne, how will I know?
You just gotta get David Payne to personally give you weather in your area.
Hey, David Payne, can you tell me what the weather's like in the mountains, please? Just you, please. David Payne, please. Pause. Nail update. Nail update, everyone. Everybody look at the nails. Nail update.
Oh yeah, we did that when my mic was dead.
Yeah, we did that while your mic was dead. But they're holding up really
Beautiful
well,
nails.
and I'm really happy with them. I'm really happy how they're, working out for me. This is the second time I'm putting them on because, listen, I haven't recorded in like a month. I'm going to be so honest with you. But
we're very busy.
Very busy
people.
Very busy. But yeah, so they have held up really well. They're my second time putting them on. They lasted about like 3 weeks, which is pretty sick. The only reason that they fell off was that I didn't glue the back of them well enough. So yeah, I put them back on, and we're waiting for my next ones to come in from Vietnam. They're like strawberry themed, and they're super cute. Really love them. Lawrence picked them out, so yeah.
That's cute.
That's my nail update.
I have 2 gaming updates.
Game update?
Gaming updates.
Game.
I always think about the Smosh video.
I am so
Angela?
glad that you understand that that's Angela that I'm talking about. Because I literally showed that to Z this morning, and it's such like a vocal sim for me.
Good.
Like anytime that I say you want a game, I'm literally saying it as game. She got a smile with it. Game.
Everything Angela Giratina does is kind of iconic. So, when the Angela Giratina hits the timeline just right. But so 2 things. 1, Dayton and I started playing A Way Out. It
fun.
was, yeah. For those who don't know, that what even happened over there?
Sorry, Dirk just got up and he got too hot. So sorry.
Yeah, for those who don't know, A Way Out is a game came before It Takes Two, but it's like one of those because It Takes Two has a little Easter egg reference to it apparently.
Oh, cute.
But it's about 2 guys who meet up in prison and find out that they have beef with the same dude on the outside, and so they escape prison together so that they can go and take care of their beef with this dude and reunite with their families. And it's very fun. Dayton is playing as Vincent, and I am playing as Leo. So I'm the one that looks like a greaser, and Dayton is the one that looks like a regular human man. And
like a regular
we're having a great
man.
We're having a great time. I have to say, it has really like solidified to me that we have a good relationship because our communication skills are so good that we barely even need to call out to each other.
Amazing.
Like, we'll just get the job done and be like, oh, that was easy. Oh, okay, yeah.
That was my experience playing It Takes Two with Lawrence. Which was really a good time.
Solid communication. Let's go.
I can't wait till play Split Fiction, honestly.
Oh,
I'm really excited about that.
That's gonna be fun. I think I might make a date and play that one on stream with me.
Oh.
So I think that would be very fun. But yeah, so we started that. We just escaped from prison, which, as it turns out, for a game about escaping from prison, not that much of the game. It's like the first little chunk. There's 4 paragraphs in the Wikipedia plot synopsis, and escaping from prison is the first sentence of the second paragraph.
Wow.
So, yeah. But that's about as far as we got. So, we need to pick it back up. We've only played 1 session, but we're having a lot of fun with it.
That's nice.
Second gaming update. After starting and stopping it so many times, I'm finally playing Mass Effect.
Oh, fun.
I'm playing Mass Effect 1, so I can't romance him yet. But Garrus? I'm my husband coded, so I love Garrus. My current ground crew is Garrus and Ollie because I like the aliens. Caden's great. I'm probably gonna romance Kate. I think I've decided what I'm gonna do with this playthrough, and it's kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna romance Caden and then choose to save Ashley at the end.
Oh, fun.
A little messed up, but I want to romance Garrus without there being an X in the way. So
yeah, fair. Sometimes you gotta kill him off.
Get out of here, Caden. I like Caden, but also apparently Ashley is the canon choice. And Dayton was telling me last night, he's like, Ashley's the canon choice because if you pick Caden, then they just give him all of the Ashley traits and Ashley dialogue. I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay. But yeah, so setting up the Garrus romance. And there's one thing I will say. I'm not that far into Mass Effect 1. I've done a bunch of side questing on the Citadel, and I just became a Spectre. Just proved that Saren is a bad guy and got myself Spectre status.
Is bad guy.
But I think it's an absolute crime that I can't romance Joker.
Yeah.
I love that man. And I know he's in all 3 of the games. Let me tell my pilot he's hot. Is that so bad?
This so tracks for you.
Is this so bad? Is this so bad?
Apparently it is. They disallowed you specifically from having a good time.
Me specifically.
Hate criming you.
I really enjoy Seth Green. I really like Seth Green. Every time I think about Seth Green, I think about there was a bit from one episode of Robot Chicken that is a little girl with crowns or whatever drawing, and she goes, "This is me, and this is Seth Green, and we're married." And then there's a couple more bits, and at the end of the episode, it's the same thing. And she goes, "This is me, and this is the mailman, and we're in love." So I always think of this is me, and this is Seth Green, and we're married.
It has the same amount of energy as now I'm on Smosh, but whenever Shade picks up the phone during Try Not to Laugh, he goes, "Hello, Domino's.
Domino's.
You're my favorite pizza place."
You're my favorite pizza place. Hello, Pizza Hut. You're my favorite pizza place.
God, I've been getting way into Smosh recently. I don't know where it came from. I just was into it as a teenager, and then I fell off for a while, and then suddenly I'm back.
They do that. So I got into Smosh. I got into Smosh in a rather regrettable way. In 2009, I was a big Shane Dawson fan, and he was in a Smosh skit. And that skit, I will admit, did turn me from a Shane Dawson fan to a Smosh girly.
Nice.
But it was 2009, so that's when I started watching them, like 3 years after they started. And I watched them for a while. Like, I want to say I watched them until they got the Smosh crew. Like, until they started, like, until they moved out of Ian's mom's house, basically.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I fell off. And then I came back in the Smosh Games era. Because wild situation here. I watched the TBS reality show King of the Nerds, which was essentially like a little Survivor Big Brother kind of show.
Yeah.
But it was about nerds and fandom people, so they had like cosplayers and proto version of streamers and like game developers and stuff like that on the show.
Gotcha.
And one of the contestants was Joshua Ovenshire. And he, at the beginning, I was like, I hate this guy. And then by the time he was getting kicked off, I was like, this is my favorite guy. I love him.
This is my guy.
I cannot let him get kicked off. And then he got kicked off, and I was sad about it. So I kind of started looking at, I went on Tumblr because that's obviously
the only place
where I go
where
when I'm
find things.
Yeah. So I was on Tumblr, and I was kind of looking up to see if anybody else on Tumblr cared. And they did. And I kept seeing clips of Smosh Games. And I didn't know it was Smosh Games until I saw Ian Anthony. And I went, excuse me? What is this? And that's how I found out that he was on Smosh Games. And that's how I found out I could still consume Joshua Ovenshire content. And so I got really deep in Smosh Games. Then I kind of fell off again, and then got back on the bandwagon because Try Not to Laugh would pop up on Facebook.
Game.
And so yeah, and then I found out, like, that's when Dayton and I met. We found out that we watched Smosh, and so we'd watch Smosh together, and
cute.
Just we Smosh. I've been watching the Angela, Amanda, and Spencer play Resident Evil 8. That's been very fun.
I love when they show Amanda things. Her chronically on offline self. I love when they show her things.
That, and also like the compilations of Amanda being like, Spencer, you're being weirdly hot right now. Those are so fun to me.
Oh, I love them. I like my whole like Smosh journey basically started with like the new Smosh crew, I guess. Like the squad, if you will. When like Courtney and Shane and Olivia and Keith and Noah came in. And then I started watching Smosh Games because of Mari, because I really liked Mari, and I thought that she was really cute. But
Smosh Pit Weekly, man.
Oh, dude. Yeah, so then I like fell off for a while just because I was watching it with like one of my old friends, and I no longer talk to her, so things like that. But yeah, we and then I came back to it just like recently, like I think it was like right before the announcement of the Shartney wedding. So
that was I remember that dropping because Dayton sent it to me on Instagram, and we were both like overanalyzing it. And Dayton was like, it has to be real because this picture of him proposing to her is from when he had a mustache.
Yeah, and the mustache was like forever ago.
Yeah. We were like, So
Yeah.
it was a whole
Also, like, their
whole
wedding
thing.
had, like, their parents in it. So, like...
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
the whole, and then people were like, no, it's real because look at Courtney's TikToks. That background is Shane's house.
that's their house, man.
They live together. So,
I love it. Yeah.
yeah, that was, gosh, it's crazy to me that they're like, having a whole renaissance. I feel like people are getting back into Smosh in droves right now.
Yeah.
And B, that they're doing like so, like they've been going. They're one of the OG YouTubers. And it's like them and Jack's Films.
Yeah.
Right now are the only like OG YouTubers that are still around. I'm trying to think of any others. I know them and Jack's Films.
I think at this point we would classify Markiplier and Jacksepticeye as some OG YouTubers, just because they've been doing it for like 10 years. So
yeah, it's just wild to me that you can go look on YouTube and Jack's Films has a 20-year-old video. I'm fairly certain. When was Handy Pen?
Oh my god, I did not know
when
that.
Was Handy Pen? I mean, look up Handy Pen.
I love how this became the YouTube episode. We're just gonna talk about things, and it became the YouTube episode. And
18 years ago.
Oh my god! In 2 years, that's gonna be 20 years old.
Yep, I believe Handy Pen was his first one. But
oh my
18
god!
Years ago.
That's crazy.
I remember when his outros were him treating his at the time girlfriend horribly as a joke. Like everyone was like, "Oh, it's very obvious that they're like actually okay in real life," but it was the outros were always being like him just being mean to her.
I think we would consider Dan and Phil as OG YouTubers at this point too, because they've been around forever.
I've been
a fangirly since the day that we started.
Remember early Dan and Phil, like I want to say Phil is Not on Fire 2 and on, I think is where I started, but I remember specifically because it was Dan got like a decent camera, because I was watching anytime somebody talks about OG YouTubers like Zoella and stuff, I'm like, you're forgetting the real OGs, which was the British fandom guys who all turned out to be creeps except for one, and now she's a woman. A very beautiful woman, and oh my gosh, I still have a crush on her, like I did way back when I was like 14 watching her videos. Anyways, no, because like it turned out like all the guys that she hung out with and all the guys that they hung out with were all kind of creeps. And I was like, that sucks. But I remember an old Dan video where he had her pre-transition and her roommate before it came out that he was not a great dude. I believe it was the time that he was dating a girl who is now on West End, a West End star.
Oh, fun.
The original Veronica West End Heathers, like the one that's on the soundtrack. Her. Yeah. She started out as a YouTuber, and also like half Nepo YouTuber, because her older brother was in a very famous British boy band that I listened to in like 2009-ish, around there. The band McFly.
Yeah, I don't know.
I liked them a lot. I don't think they're doing anything anymore. I think they had like an album and a tour, maybe 2 albums and a tour in like 2016, and that was about it. But after like as a comeback, but I don't think they're doing anything anymore. I know that he posted on YouTube when he got married that his like wedding speech thanking everybody and being like, I'm very happy to be married to you now, was a parody of a McFly song that he was like the main singer of.
Yeah, so would it be a parody then?
Well, yes, because it was, instead of being the song was All About You is the name of the song, but instead of being those lyrics, it was like, thanks to the groomsmen and stuff like that, like thanking everybody and being like, I'm excited for our life together. It was very adorable. But that is her older brother. She was on West End before then, doing lots of singing on YouTube, and dated for a while a guy who I liked his music, and it's a lot of those guys put out music that I really enjoyed, and now I'm like, I can't listen to this because this guy was like a serial cheater and just not good to his partners. This guy was soliciting his fans who happened to be minors. This guy was also soliciting his fans. This guy was a serial abuser. Like, all this stuff. It's crazy. Like, there was one girl I watched who later came out and was like, yeah, he was abusive to me. The music that we made with like our band together was because he was like, oh, you're musically talented. I'm not as musically talented as you. I'm gonna work you to the bone so that you like will write all of this music for us so that we can perform it together, so that we can so that I can get famous off of you, kind of thing. When he broke up with her, he left her for a beauty guru YouTuber who later, after they broke up and she came out and was like, he was horrible to me, she also went, no, also I'm a lesbian, man.
Oh. You know, valid.
Wild. Being a fan of nerdy guy YouTubers in like from 2009 in 2012 was a whole time.
I'm just glad I was a fangirly, and that was the only thing that I was doing.
No, I think it's so funny because people are like, oh my gosh, do you remember when the Vlog Squad broke up and David Dobrik was a bad guy? Do you remember when the Sister Squad broke up and the Dolan twins had people stalking them? And I'm like, do you remember when it came out that this guy was abusing his fans?
Do you guys remember that? I just I keep thinking about back to like Minecraft YouTubers, right? I keep thinking about the fact that like Minecraft YouTubers just keep being bad. Like
I
thought we would stop this at like cryotic stuff. I thought that we would stop that there. Like
the ancient
genuinely.
texts, cryotic.
Dude, like whenever people were talking about like Dream and like the terrible things that he was doing, I was just like, do not quote the tomes to me. I was there when it was written. Like
exactly. It's like, it's so like, how do you fall into those same patterns again and again and again and again? Like,
why is it Minecraft YouTubers?
20 other dudes who play Minecraft have already gone through the same exact situation.
Exactly.
What are you doing?
You'd think that at some point they would learn, but maybe it's just like a vessel. Minecraft is just a vessel for them to be bad.
I one time saw somebody on the internet being like, yeah, they play a game for kids. Of course it's gonna be like messed up like that.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, it's just like,
I don't know. I just like, I keep thinking about it, you know?
YouTube controversies. What is up with YouTube controversies? I feel like there's a new one every other day. I'm just like, listen.
Listening.
I'm a girly who enjoys listening to the drama. I like watching drama channels be like,
Mhm.
and this is what went down, and this is how it was kind of illegal, also not legal, and like there's also not enough anything to do legal action.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm not a part of drama, so I like listening to other people's drama. I need something to get me through the day, you know? I need the
you're
little...
living your like 50s housewife life.
Exactly. Microdosing drama because I can't get gossip in real life. Microdosing drama YouTubers because I can't get gossip in real life. So like, yeah, I like. I'll watch a video about this YouTuber situation exposed. Okay.
Gas.
What are they doing?
I don't know
What
this
are they
YouTuber,
doing?
but I would love to know what's going on. I like watching
Exactly.
those TikToks like all the time.
Yeah. Savior of my world, Niche Tea Girl. Oh my gosh.
I love her.
Thank you, girl. I don't know anything about glitter, but thank you for telling me about this glitter drama.
Do you wanna know some niche tea that is happening right now in the K-pop industry?
Yes. Lay it on me.
So, recently there has been a leak from a person who used to work at YG Entertainment, and they posted in a Discord server about all of these things that are credentials to them, and also all of these leaks about like what like happened in the company, right? And posted videos of Blackpink saying the N-word. And like,
Bro.
yeah, and it was all three of the English speakers too. All three of them. So I was just like, wow, great, amazing. This is wonderful. This is wonderful news. Wonderful, whatever. I'm not a Blink, so I really don't care. But I'm like,
Wild.
like K-pop has been profiting off of Black culture for so long that like this does not surprise me at all. Then, not a week later, literally yesterday, as of recording this,
I love your bopping.
Thank you. Kiss of Life, the girl group, who are all, I think, older than me or the same age as me and older, right? They decided for one of their members' birthday live streams that they were going to dress up as early 2000s Black and Hispanic culture. As hip-hop culture. In air quotes.
What?
Yeah. And they just dressed up like it and was having a fun little cosplay moment dressing up as people's cultures.
That is absolutely insane. Unhinged behavior.
Yeah, I was like, I saw that and I was like, I'm unstanding them immediately. And then as soon as like they did this live stream, right, and people like started like talking about it, they begged them, like their fans, to like still stand them afterwards. And I'm like, you actively chose. This was your birthday party. You actively chose that this was going to be your theme for your birthday party.
Yeah.
On a live stream with millions of people. And they try like so hard to be like, you know, global superstars. They want to have like that global fan base. But they decided because they want this global fan base, they are going to do this for this birthday party live stream.
Jeebus.
Yeah. So that's the niche tea that's going on in the K-pop world right now. You're welcome.
My lord. My lord.
Yeah.
Oh my Lanta. I feel like K-pop always has some like outlandish things happening.
Mm-hmm. There's always something crazy going on. But yeah, that's the newest one. You're welcome for that.
This is why I only stand one K-pop group,
and they're rather unproblematic. So
yeah, they're rather unproblematic, and also have had somebody on their military tour for like years at this point.
Yeah,
they had one comeback like a couple years ago, and now
I think
Now
that
we
I
wait
think
again.
that Shiny is gonna come back next year.
I hope so. I want more Shiny.
I'm fully thinking about it because Taemin and Anu left their company. So they are independent artists now. So Taemin gets to have world tours like he just did, and Anu's having a world tour too. He's going to DC first of all. He's going to DC. So Anu gets to have a solo world tour. Taemin had his solo world tour already. They just wrapped it up, I think, in Seoul. But Key and Mino are still a part of SM Entertainment, but the four of them own the name Shiny now. So
yeah, I knew that they were they were not part of the boycott because they basically own their whole thing.
Yeah, they basically own it all, and all because Jonghyun's family owns all of his rights to his music. And they were like going through legal troubles with like the Shiny name and just Shiny stuff with like his voice in it. So that's how it ended up, is that they kind of just own their name now. So I'm thinking that we're gonna get a Shiny comeback in 2026 and a Shiny World Tour in 2026, and I'm manifesting it.
I hope so. All I know is that if they do, we have to figure out how to go together.
Yeah,
I need to get a light stick.
I have one, so I can get the second one.
I need one.
But yeah.
That is the also they need more recognition in like the newer K-pop community. Not only as trailblazers in the Western
BTS
K-pop
did not
community.
pave the way, guys.
It was like Shiny and Girls' Generation.
Yeah,
like,
and Super Junior and like there's Super Junior T2. Sorry, we'll talk about that another day. But there's Super Junior T2.
No, I feel like you said something about it, but I don't think you said actually anything about it. I think you just said something about like Super Junior. At some point, sometime, somewhere. I don't remember when.
I don't remember when either, but there's some serious Super Junior stuff.
They need more recognition. Because things that let me have K-pop light stick stickers don't have Shiny. And
exactly.
I want a Shiny K-pop light sticker everywhere.
Always. I should, the next time that I go to con, because there's one person at con who sells light stick stickers, and they're a huge shovel, and I got like some freebies from them because I was talking about how much I love Taemin, and how much I love Shiny, and how they're just like amazing and stuff. But
I apologize for the gremlin face I made there.
But the next time I go to con, I'll get you a sticker or two. Or 5.
Since they've all grown up a little bit more, I'm confused. I'm bias confused. They're all my bias.
Yeah.
So.
Me too. That's how I feel too.
It's a time. I can't. Don't they all also have solo careers?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they all do. Yeah. Keys is kind of like popping off. Like,
Word.
Yeah.
Get it.
He's like, his like, I don't know, all of his stuff, he's kind of popping off with it. And his choreographer, he's like best friends with, and they have like a show together. And it's so cute.
I remember when you first got me into Shiny and going back to try and get any content and watching clips from them being on some Korean reality show that essentially equated to you have to raise a baby for a week.
Oh my god, I love Hello Baby. Hello Baby is one of my favorite Shiny content ever. Oh my gosh, I love it.
So good. Them being like woken up with the like, and they have to like sing the nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
So cute.
I love seeing 16-year-old Taemin being like, I don't want to care for a child. Are you kidding me? And
yes.
Oh, it was so cute. I loved it.
It's so fun. So fun. I was, like 18? I was back home from college. So it would have been after my first year of college, so I've been 19.
Mm.
Jeez. That was like
Cuties.
almost a decade ago.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I had like a huge like realizing how old I am the other day, because I'm 24 this year, and last year it was 10 years since my best friend passed away, and that shit like hit me like a rock, dude. Like I was like,
Dude.
what do you mean? It's been 10 years.
Dude, every time we talk about that, I always remember like exactly where I was when my dad told me, and it's always like hits me every single time. Of just like, he was like, "Do you remember so and so?" And I'd be like, "Yeah," and he'd be like, "This happened to him, and he passed away," and I went, and then I just had to eat dinner.
Yeah,
because we were at a restaurant.
Yeah, me too. I cannot
just had to be
eat
a
a boomerang
person.
again. I can never eat at a boomerang again, because we, as a family, like every, like I think it was like Monday night, or not every Monday night, but like every other Monday night, we would just like go eat at a boomerang to have family time. I guess. The food's not great at Boomerang anyway. I don't know why we were going. I guess
diner food.
I guess to give it business. I don't know.
Classic diner food.
But yeah, I can't eat there ever again, because I remember sitting there and my dad just telling everybody we have to go, and I'm like, great, thanks, Dad.
That was and then that made church camp girlies. That made church camp the next summer like really wild.
Yeah. It like sucks that it's like in April. Like it's right when school's about to end too. Like, which really sucks. But
yeah. Because I remember
crazy moment. Right? So the whole situation, for everybody who doesn't know, one of my best friends passed away when I was in 8th grade. And in 2014, I think, around in there. It was an ATV accident, and those things happen. We know it's an accident. I've moved on. We're good. I'm in a good place to talk about this. But my baby cousin, the babiest of all of them, her best friend literally just passed away from this same exact accident. Like, and like I was like shocked and appalled. Like I could not like believe it. It was real rough to hearing that like come from like my aunt, and she was like calling me being like, I don't know what to do, like you literally like went through this, like I don't know how I'm supposed to like help her, like kind of thing. And I'm like, adults didn't help me, I helped myself kind of vibes. But yeah. I was like shocked,
because I did not know him as well as you did. Like I knew him, but not as well as you did. You spent way more time around him than I did. I still to this day get nervous. I've never ridden an ATV. I even get nervous on the like covered side by sides that people drive around their farms. The like more than a golf cart, less than an actual vehicle.
The John Deere Gators, if you will.
Yeah, I still get nervous on those to this day because of that.
Yeah,
like
I get it. Like they're scary, and like especially having like that like happen so close to you. I totally understand. Like it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's just,
especially as such a youngin too. Yeah,
and I feel like that at least like ATV injuries happen in our lives a lot because we are from rural areas where that's like one of the big things that people do is just
there's
like,
nothing else to do.
Drive those around on your property.
Yeah.
So, but it's like if you hit a pothole wrong, you're flying.
You're gone. And it's just how it is. And it's like I understand that it was an accident, and for a while my like Okay, we went through a lot today.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that it would just like go, but
Oh, yeah.
I feel like this is like one of those conversations that like, when you're at sleepovers and then like it gets to like 4 a.m. and you're like, what's the meaning of life? Like,
Exactly.
welcome to Joy and Lysa's sleepover time.
It's 2:30 p.m. where I am currently at, so
But yeah,
this is the 4 a.m. conversation. You ever it's the Barbie. You ever think about death?
You ever think about dying? Watch like when I stream today that like someone's gonna get that and be like, wow, Lysa and I were just talking about this. We were just thinking about dying. Anyway,
Never think about dying.
But yeah, no, like I'm in a place now. Like it's been 10 years. It's taking me 10 years in order to like, get to a place where I can like talk about like my grief and stuff like that, which is really nice. And circling it back around to video games, Spiritfarer helped me so much through that. Spiritfarer, I think, is such a perfect game. If anybody is like going through any grief troubles and they like video games, you should play Spiritfarer because it will help you in so many ways, like ways that you don't even realize it. Love Spiritfarer.
I still haven't played that one.
It's really good. You should totally do it.
Me too.
It's really good.
I've been playing Strange Horticulture.
Oh, nice. Is that one the potion one?
No, it's you inherit a plant shop and you have to identify plants and give them to people for different things and then
cool.
also go out and discover more plants. It's very fun.
Oh, cool.
It's very cute. It's also very like witchy and occulty. It's fun.
Cute. I love that. Love that for you.
It's a very Lysa game.
Yeah.
It's a very Lysa game. It's cozy and it's cute, but also like spooky.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I've just been playing more Infinity Nikki and Sky. That's the only things I've been doing. Guys, if you ever want to see me, I'm probably in Sky. It's just come hang out,
Oh my god, Dirk, hi.
Yeah, Dirk's just like hanging out. He's gonna cause trouble, so we should probably wrap up because he's gonna cause problems. Thank you guys so much for coming to listen to our 4 a.m. talk session at like 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Like
this has been I think I enjoy a podcast with no plan. This is fun.
Podcast no plan.
This is a good one.
I think we're going to name this our 4 a.m. sleepover session.
I like that idea. I like that.
Cool.
It's great.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I really appreciate it. We'll be back at some point whenever I, edit things and stuff like that. There's stuff on my calendar.
I've got dude, these last couple months have been so busy. Finding time to do anything has been crazy.
We're entering into my busy era because my I work as a dance teacher, but my recital is happening in like a month and a half, so yeah
it's wedding season. I have so many friends getting married that I'm going to the wedding or I'm in the wedding, so it's...
Oh my gosh, important news that I totally forgot about. I'm not engaged. Stop.
Yet.
Pause. I'm not engaged. But Lawrence's twin is, and so we're going to their wedding in October.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I got married in October.
Yeah, I think they're getting married around the same time that you did too, which is really cute.
I got married on Friday the 13th because I like the scary, and also one of our wedding pictures was us killing the bridal party because Friday the 13th.
And I was booking it, man. And
it was great. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I was in Lysa's bridal party too, but
it's the little sister privilege.
Yeah, it's the you've known me for way too long, therefore I get to be in the bridal party. But whenever we took that picture, Lysa was making direct eye contact with me, and I was like, I was terrified. Like she looked like she was actually going to kill me with that bouquet. It was really funny. Maybe like I'll put up like a picture and I'll like zoom in on your face and I'll zoom in on mine, just to blur everybody else out. But
I just really like Dayton was like, I need a weapon, and then picked up a shovel. Okay,
he would
slay, literally.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a good time.
We'll see you when we see you. Bye, guys.
Bye.